What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on NIO stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we get there. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you the news and the most important part of this news, why this asset had a massive drop to the downside and then immediate bounce to the upside as well. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis. And I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here, somewhere at this point, and I've told you that we have quite decent bullish setup. We have a bullish divergence, a doubled bullish divergence. As you can see, we had on RSI higher lows, and at the same time we had lower lows on the price action. And this implies a very decent probability to hit high targets and to break several previous swing highs. But unfortunately, right after the earnings report, this asset dropped from its swing high to its lowest point for about 22%, and immediately rebounded to the upside. And I have to say that this movement to the downside is quite harsh, and it broke the crucial point, the crucial level that I marked on my previous video, about $10.2 mark, because when this asset broke this range, it means that we pretty much invalidated the bullish count to the upside, because we cannot have the retracement that is deeper than the initial bottom of the wave that went to the upside. Unfortunately, it is what it is, and I have to say that from the technical standpoint right now we have quite interesting pattern, and I will show you it in just several minutes. But for now, let's continue with the fundamental news. Definitely the reason of this harsh movement to the downside is their earnings report, and they missed earnings and revenue by 10.83% and 4.29%. And I have to say that I didn't expect these low numbers. I expected a bit higher. But it is what it is, and the most crucial part is not their earnings and revenue, because we knew that during the Q2 of this year, they switched their lineup to the NT 2.0 platform, and because of this they had a lack of demand, because from the customer's perspective, you don't want to buy the older model if you can buy the new ones in a matter of just a couple of weeks, and this model will be much better than the current one. And that is why they had a decrease in their demand, as I already mentioned, and definitely it leads to lower price action. But the most concerning part is this one. I've told you on my previous video that their previous gross margin in Q2 of 2023 was only 1.5%. And I was expecting that they have to increase this number. But unfortunately, the current Q2 gross margin is only 1%. And let me show you that Deutsche Bank also expected higher gross margin for this quarter. They expected it about 2.2%, with the consensus gross margin of about 3.3%. And definitely this number was extremely disappointing. And let me show you this news in details. So we are on cnvpost.com, and this article is titled NIO Q2 Earnings Deutsche Bank's First Outlook. And let me quote you some details. So NIO reported soft Q2 results as previewed, with a weaker than expected Q3 outlook. Deliveries for the second quarter were already reported at 23.52 thousand units, leading to revenue of 8.8 billion yuan, below the consensus of 9.1 to 9.2 billion forecasts, hurt by lower ASP. Gross margin of 1% was below our 2.2% forecast, consensus 3.3%, driven by both vehicle margin of 6.2% versus our 6.5% and other sales negative 22.7%, versus our negative 20%. And this number is definitely their sales from battery as a service division, and they are heavily expanding and they are heavily growing in this field. That is why the gross margin is definitely negative, but the number is not so promising, I have to say. So let me show you another numbers. Management provided a weaker than expected outlook for Q3 2023, calling for 55,000 to 57,000 deliveries. This compares to our 60,000 unit forecast and suggests August-September will on average be lower relative to July's 20,462 vehicles. While some of August's weakness can be attributed downtime for a production line upgrade, we are surprised there isn't a stronger rebound this September. And yes, in general, I have to say that the gross margin is really scary right now. Because of this company broke the range of support that I've showed you on my previous video from the technical standpoint. But this sign of rebound is very bullish, I have to say. So let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deeper right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, definitely I have to admit that I was wrong at this very point, and this asset broke the range of support that I marked previously, and it was the stop loss order, and technically when it hit the stop loss, we potentially lost about 6% of our position. But in general, this bonus to the upside, and let me delete unnecessary tool. Let me show you first of all, if I pull the Fibonacci retracement tool from its swing low at this very point, at the very end of May of 2023, till the very top right here, we had, and we basically have, as you can see, this asset hit the golden pocket range, broke it to the downside, and it is not the best sign from the technical standpoint, but then it rebounded to the upside, and for now it is hovering at the range of about $10.44. And let me show you quite interesting detail. If I switch to 4 hours time frame, let me show you one of the latest candles, this candle. And as you can see, this candle has only a wick below the lower border of golden pocket range. And on top of that, this candle by itself is quite bullish. It is a hammer candle with a huge volume. The volume is almost the highest, basically is the highest from the end of July. Basically for 30 days in a row, we have the highest volume for this alone date. And I have to say that if I switch even to daily time frame, we can see exactly the same candle with even bigger body. This means we are quite on a bullish side, because this buyback is very indicative from the technical standpoint. And I have to say that it is quite tricky to assume the next movement of this asset, because on the one hand, we broke crucial point to the downside, and this means our major movement to the upside basically invalidated. But on the other hand, let me show you that MACD indicator is still ticking to the neutral territory and is trying to tick to the upside. And when it reaches the zero level, definitely it will be a sign of major movement to the upside. Next, the next part, let me show you on a 4 hours time frame. On the one hand, we broke the previous swing low, but on the other hand, we still have higher lows on RSI with lower lows on the price action. And depending on your experience, you can use either a wick of this candle or the body. And it doesn't matter, because we still have this bullish divergence on the table. This means the most probable outcome from this very point for now is still movement to the upside. And definitely, I don't want to suggest you to do any trades with this asset if you don't know how to properly manage your position. But I still stand on my position that this asset should have a bigger bounce to the upside, despite of its quite weak fundamentals. So I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life I'm